Hello, thanks for joining me for another video. We've got a track guide here today around Saint Croix or Saint Croix. Not sure exactly how you're supposed to say that, but the French track here, Daily Race B. It's only 3 laps unfortunately because it's a really fun track to drive this, but nonetheless can be a good race hopefully for this week. One of my previous fastest lap play in the background while we introduce it, but the GTR is definitely the fastest car to qualifying around here and going to be the fastest car for the race as well. Second best car is the Supra if you just really don't like the way the GTR drives, but if you are able to tame Godzilla around here, then it really is a great car for the high speed corners and getting out onto the straights that you need to. Brake balance is +3, so 3 to the rear. I was doing quali before with 2 to the rear. It wasn't quite getting the rotation because the one thing you do struggle with this car is getting it rotated, so definitely recommend +3. And that is about all really. There's a couple of bits I've picked up from watching top 10 times around here and also from the Discord, so thanks to whoever it was in the Discord who said you got to steer the car or rotate the car with the throttle in this. It wants to understeer this car, and if you're timid on the throttle then it will do that. It's going to understeer, you're going to go wide and inevitably clip the barrier at some of the high speed corners here or run off. So really be bold on the accelerator, make sure that you're picking your point when you're going to start accelerating at wherever you feel most comfortable, and then just commit to it. If you lift off, the car's going to start to steer straight again, and then you're not going to hit your apex. So that was definitely great advice there, I think, from Toolsy in the Discord. And important section to get right here, coming round, just a bit of a lift there before the final corner. This is definitely my weakest point, was the last corner. I don't think I'm quite getting this the best that I can, but you're going to see now, this was my first lap where I got down into a 206, but my optimal, as you can see, is a 206.6, so definitely wanted to get a bit closer to that. So let's go on board now for the actual fastest lap. We'll break it down and then I'll let you just watch the quali lap at normal speed afterwards without the pauses. So set up here, staying in 4th, just get on the power as quickly as you can on the curve there, using it to rotate round. Coming down the front straight here, the first brake marker that you're going to be looking out for is the 100-meter board. Braking as we get to that curve. I use 3rd here. You want to take plenty of this green Astra on the right, then shift up to 4th, and as we said, get on the power, commit to it, and do not lift, because that's what's going to help you rotate around the final bit of that corner. So don't accelerate in 3rd, just use 3rd to turn in, and then 4th to accelerate. Flat out round here. Braking on the curve at the 100-meter board here. Down into 3rd, but then using 2nd just a little bit to rotate the car. Again, not accelerating in 2nd, upshift into 3rd, and then getting on the power. And this is one point, I'm going to slow it down quite a bit here because this is where I gained a lot of time. So come out wide here. You can actually stay on the throttle as you aim in towards that apex and then just lift. You don't have to lift before you start turning in, so keep on the throttle there. Little dab of brake as you go down to 4th before the left-hander, and then braking on this tarmac square here. Again, 2nd gear just to turn the car in a little bit, back up to 3rd. Do not accelerate in 2nd there, whatever you do, and just get on the power in 3rd gear as quickly as you can. Really important sector there for finding time, because it's before one of the longest straights down here over the bridge. Now I use the Marshall coming up here as my next brake marker, so the Marshall there just on your right hand side. Down to 3rd, but then 2nd to turn the car in. Again, upshift into 3rd to get back on the power as you straighten the car out and aim towards the barrier to smooth the steering angle. And here, as you get past the Marshall there by the red marker, you're going to start lifting and aiming in for this very early apex. Just coast the car the whole way round, and then once you start to see this blue and white barrier, you can accelerate. And again, really important to just commit to the acceleration there. That getting on the power is going to help turn the car around and stop you from understeering off into the barrier. Down the back straight here, hold 5th gear until you're round this right hand corner. So once you've come round there, you'll be about 157 and you can shift to 6th, and brake in just after the 150 here on the curb. like a lot of other corners, coming down into third, aiming for that early apex, but then use second to rotate the car, back up to third to get on the power. I do nearly lose it here a little bit, but I have to just shift to fourth quickly to stabilise the car. Flat out around this double left-hander here, clipping both those apexes, turn in early for the right-hander. And now for this section here, you just want to lift a little, aim to hit that curb with your left tyre. The car will wobble a bit as you ease the throttle in, but just again, commit to the acceleration really early there, and the car will rotate. And then lastly, just after the 100 board here, come out onto the curb, down into fourth. No need to really use third here. I go a bit wide there, you want to clip a bit more of that curb if possible. And then once again, just commit to the throttle as early as you can. And that's going to be good enough for a 206.750, so I was quite pleased with that, considering I've had to pretty much learn the track. The last time I drove this I was on controller, that's how long ago it was, so really fun track, and hopefully it should be some good racing. Look forward to seeing you in some of the live streams if you're tuning in, and good luck with your lap times. See you soon.